If you see someone drowning, you must jump in to save them, even if you don't know how to swim. That quote captures the heart of Irena Sendler, a Polish social worker who risked torture and execution to rescue around 2,500 Jewish children from the Warsaw Ghetto during World War II. She smuggled them out under the Nazis' noses, buried their names in jars, and worked for decades to reunite them with surviving relatives. In 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland. Within weeks, Warsaw was occupied. By late 1940, Jews were confined inside the Warsaw Ghetto, around 450,000 people trapped in just over a square mile. Irena Sendler, then 29, worked in the Warsaw Social Welfare Department. She had access to the ghetto under the guise of health inspections. She used that position to smuggle in food, medicine, and clothing, and later much more. In 1942, Irena joined Zagota, the underground council to aid Jews. She soon became head of its children's section. With a forged ID under the name Yolanta, she gained daily access to the ghetto and formed a secret rescue network of about 20 trusted volunteers. They smuggled children out using every method imaginable. Babies were hidden in toolboxes, suitcases, or under blankets in ambulances. Toddlers were sedated and carried out in potato sacks or hidden compartments. Older children were taught Christian prayers and given new names so they could pass as Polish Catholics. Each child was placed with Polish families in covenants or orphanages, and their identities were carefully documented. Irena wrote down each child's real name, their new identity, and where they were placed. She sealed this information in glass jars. The jars were buried beneath an apple tree in a friend's garden at great personal risk, with the hope that one day the children could be reunited with their families. She knew most of the parents would not survive the war, but she buried their children's name anyway, out of duty and hope. In October 1943, Irena was arrested by the Gestapo after being betrayed by a Polish informant. She was taken to Pawiak prison and brutally tortured. Her legs and feet were broken. She was beaten for weeks. Despite the pain, she refused to reveal any names. Sentenced to death, Irena was saved at the last moment. Zagota bribed a German guard who marked her name on an execution list and secretly released her into the woods. She survived, but from then on she had to live in hiding, still helping others from the shadows. After the war, Irena recovered the jars and worked to reunite the children with surviving relatives. But for most, their families were gone, killed in Treblinka, or during the destruction of the Warsaw Ghetto. Many of those children kept their adopted names. Some only learned the truth decades later. In 1965, Irena was named Righteous Among the Nations by Yad Vashem in Israel. But for decades, her heroicism was little known outside Poland. That changed in 1999 when a group of Kansas high school students wrote a play called Life in a Jar, based on her life. The story spread across the world. In 2007, she was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. She didn't win, but she never sought fame. Every child saved with my help is the justification of my existence on this earth, and not a title to glory. Irena Sendler died on May 12, 2008, at the age of 98. She never considered herself a hero. She once said, "I could have done more. This regret will follow me to my death." But to the thousands of people alive today, because of her actions, she was more than a hero. Irena Sendler saved children from death, protected their names in jars, and stood up to pure evil without a weapon, without an army, only with courage. She wasn't a soldier. She wasn't a politician. She was a social worker with a backbone of steel. And she changed the world. Thank you.